So I just bought this used Cannondale CAAD10 from a seller locally, and what I'm going to do is I am going to restore the bike by cleaning it, properly lubricate everything, and then give it a full tune-up so it's in tip-top riding shape. So when I met the seller, I did a test ride. The bike is already riding pretty good as is, but if you can see, there are quite a lot of dust and excessive grease surrounding all the components. The chain is very dry and actually rusted, so definitely needs a little more work on the drivetrain area. And the shifting cable, if you can see the rust over here, you know this bike is probably being outside, it's probably being ridden, you know, in the rain and things like that, so needs a little restoration, but I'm pretty sure after the restoration it should ride very nice. So this is not my first CAAD10. I actually back then in 2010 I actually went to the store and I bought a brand new CAAD10 using a credit card, because back then I was just out of college and I don't have much money, and that bike actually cost me, I think, close to $2,000. And this bike I bought used for way less money, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna ride just as good as, you know, the brand new CAAD10 that I bought almost 11 years ago. And also, this is my last week here in New Jersey, so I'm moving back to Miami, so we might have to do the full completed restoration review in Miami. So let's get started. Well, before I start cleaning, the bike features a 105 group set for the most part, and a FSA compact crankset 50 to 34T. It's running BB30, which is, you know, famous for Cannondale's road bikes. The problem is it's a little harder to service because it's a press fit bottom bracket, and you need a whole bunch more extra tools. Okay, so there's probably not much I can do with the crank, but everything else I can easily take off and just give them a cleaning, give them a lubrication or service as needed. Also on the back, so this is a 105 as well. On the back is also 105 10-speed group set. Yep, 10-speed. The wheel set is Shimano RS10 entry-level wheel set, but it's pretty bomb-proof, and it's actually riding pretty smooth when I did the test ride. The also, this is a brace-on front derailleur, so pretty good. The only thing that I can see are like the paint flaw is right here. There is actually some mold looking thing, and it's actually growing and spreading around this area, and it's actually under the clear coat. So I don't know what happened to the bike, but we're gonna have to do something about it eventually. Yeah, the CAAD10, I love CAAD10. It's such a classic design. It's a aluminum bike, but it does feel like a very well designed full carbon bike. So after a little bit of restoration, the bike is looking pretty good, and as you can see, it's in actually fantastic condition, with a few exceptions. So after I've polished the frame, I have noticed that this little white mark over here is actually like a spider web clear coat paint damage. It's actually damaged all the way to the end, inside the paint. So definitely need to keep an eye on this area in the long run, and if necessary, apply some more clear coat to protect it from further damaging the paint. And a few small scratches somewhere, like over here, very unnoticeable, and a few scratches on the side from laying the bike against things. Okay, but that's pretty much it. The textural brake is actually working very good. This textural brake is one of the better ones that I've tried. Usually when I say Tektro, I immediately think it's junk, but not for this one. This caliper, dual pivot caliper brake actually performs very good, stops on a dime, so there's no need to upgrade the Tektro brake. The group set is again in very good condition. Minimum wear on the group sets after a quick lube and derust. Pretty much just let the lube soak on the chain and then wipe it off. And as you can see, the whole group set is in excellent condition, like minimum wear, again, minimum wear. So I'm really happy with this purchase. And again, with the frame polished, this is a beautiful bike. 11 years ago, I bought the same bike, and 11 years later, I regret I'm selling it, so I bought another one. And again, this bike is just so much fun to ride. You just throw it on the street and it goes super fast. I weighted the bike again without the pedal and without all the junk, you know, attached to it. The bike actually weighs 17.9 pounds to 18 pounds, give or take 0.1 pounds. Okay, so extremely lightweight for a aluminum bike. Okay, so I mean, it's amazing. And again, the reason I love CAAD10 is this shape, this geometry just looks fantastic. It doesn't look bulky, it looks well planned, well designed. And this down tube, even though it's humongous, it doesn't look as big, but it's actually a giant down tube. Okay, that's what gives the CAAD10 its rigidity. So when you're climbing, no power gets wasted. The only downside is you gonna feel a little more of the harshness of the road, but again, I think it's because of the tires. Those entry-level Schwab Lugano tires, they're like $10 each, and again, those are not the best tires for your bike. Also, the wheel set, if you have the chance, definitely spend good amount of money upgrading the wheels to make sure that you have the best wheel set you can afford. Okay, those entry-level RS10s, they are okay to ride around, but if you just get a better wheel set, it will transform this bike, along with a very good pair of tires. So I run the Continental Grand Prix 5000 on my S-Works carbon fiber Roubaix, and that tire actually is fantastic. I run 25 in the front, 28 on the rear, and again, it haven't given me any trouble, and it rolls really good. And again, I think this bike will definitely benefit from upgrading the wheel set and the tires. Other than that, the previous owner probably had the bike sitting around sometime outside, so it's being damaged over here. All the bars needs to be replaced, and in the future I will probably, when I replace the bars, get brand new sets of cables to absolutely transform this bike's shifting performance. Okay, right now it shifts a little harsh. It's a little hard to press down on the levers, mainly because again, this bike is probably more than 10 years old, and it definitely needs a tune-up. New wheel set, if you can afford, and brand new tires. Definitely get the brand new tires. That's 25 or 28. I'm pretty sure this bike can run 28 because there is plenty of clearance, either on also on the brakes and as well as on the forks. So you should be able to run 28 without any issue. And on the back, same thing, you can definitely run wider tires. So that's a benefit of this bike. I mean, it's old bike, but it's very forward thinking. It's well planted bike. Okay, so if you guys have any questions about the Cannondale CAAD10, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I hope you found this little video helpful, and if you did, please do hit the like button or subscribe to my channel, and I would highly appreciate it. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.